Hey, what do we have here? What do we have here? Actually, this is surprising. Just look at how the prices are just decided to do right here. So you see the zone that we were talking about, like we were to buy here, but the market just decided to reverse just from this area here. This was actually 30. How much is this? What is this? This is 32, and our buying zone, remember, it was around 29. So by $3, but still we are happy. This was a buying zone. Across this area, I was waiting for prices actually to form this, but with this, we are going to have a different entry. That's why I just decided to come live again here, because we are going to change. I want to change my entries here for at least buy again, because now after this market, you can see the candle that has actually opened here in the next like 2 p.m. is going to close, and I know it's going to close probably above this. And you can see this zone is already broken, this zone, and that's why you are saying that the moment this market will be hitting this, is going to break it, is going to break that. And you see the what actually happened here. You can see that one. This is the arrow I was drawing here. For those who are here, you know that one. I was saying that when this market will actually be approaching this zone, then it's going to break it and move all the way up. That is what we are waiting to see from this market, and that is exactly what has really happened here. Yep, that is what actually has happened. But we missed some few entries here. It normally happens in the market. We missed this one because I was waiting at least to see the prices normally coming to around this area here. But market just decided to reverse a little bit above, which is $3 up. And now you can see we are already up. Now, after this candle closes, I'll be waiting to see another entry. So, which means now we are going to have entry around 40s. So when this market will be coming around 40, this zone here, when we be having these prices coming to this area here, this region that you see, then it means now we are going to keep it moving. And this is really a good sign. I already saying that the gold is actually going to be moving up almost to form another high, just like the gold. That's like just like the Bitcoin how is doing. So we might be getting these prices actually moving highs and creating new highs just like that. That's why, in case we be getting this market now coming to this zone again, we might be getting prices actually moving up. But I don't know how many entered on this trend. For those maybe entered early, we missed this by few, very few here. We just missed it by very few. So remember, when we analyzed it, the market was around 41 here. We said it's going to move down, of which did not actually go all the way to the area that we were expecting. It went all the way to 32 instead of 29. So, but it's really up. But one thing that you really have to note in the mind is this market is actually going to move all the way up, and probably we are going to 34. So any low prices you're going to get from there, perhaps maybe 40s, that 340s from next week, we might be getting these prices actually moving all the way up. And it's not yet, but we might be getting lower prices from this like today. Before the end of the day, might be getting lower prices. More of this move actually might be extended from the next week. So more of this big move that we might be getting from this market actually might be from the next week. That we're going to be getting here probably 34. But anytime I'm going to see lower prices like this, like 40s, or maybe even a price below 40, is going actually to be a very nice place for me to have an entry for buy, and this is going to hold this long. So make sure that when you are entering this position here, you are doing what we call risk management. This is gone. With a small lot size, you can actually make a lot of money. And for those who have been here with me, they know that we normally target big moves. That is what we normally target on big moves, not just a small move that you're going to see like $2, $3 move. No, we target big pips. We target big pips here. So anytime probably I'm going to see prices moving, or maybe moving to this direction here, then we're going to have some entries. I know some people Fridays normally have the problem of the market to be because of spread, not a spread actually, but you're going to be charged because of your trains are actually going to be there like throughout, but it just depends with the broker that you're using. That is now what makes the difference. That was the makes the difference here. So if you're a broker, if you're using broker that normally charges you the, it's actually very crazy, because some of them are going to charge you even a lot of money, and that is going to be so bad. So this market, once we achieve like 44 below these prices here, we are going to be buying even more as this market proceeds. So there is a high current. I told you that the moment this market will actually be forming above this, it will be a problem. Now you can see it. There was some route here, because you can see this kind of here, there's a lot of support here. The market trying to move down, but you can see all this trying to break down, and you can see what has actually been happening around this corner here. So that is what we're using to see. So it's very tough. It's very tough. Sometimes you have just wait for the market to come to your point. So, and what do you do when you miss these kind of opportunities? You don't really, you can actually sometimes miss these opportunities by small dollars, but that's why we normally have this region. You see these regions that we normally create, that is now the purpose of creating this region. We buy at different areas so that we can scale in, and that is what will normally happen. But on this, the market did not actually hit even a single of it, but now we are going to be patient enough. We are going to still wait for this market to do its thing, and once we'll be achieving that, still we can be holding these positions here until we wait to see how this market is going to be unfolding from that. It's not easy. It's not really easy. Today is on Friday, but I hope from next week things are really going to be clear on that. So we might be getting lower prices on this as this market is trying now to come to this point here. But once we are here, then we might be getting these prices now starting to move up, and that will be good entries that we are going to have on that zone. So that is what I have in mind from this, since we missed the first one. Yeah, I see you are very quick to click on this. Very nice, very nice. Now that is the purpose of doing this, because I'm observing prices, and when I see good things here, I must come back and report. Now that is a report. That's the changes that we have. That is the changes we have. This market has broken on the upper side, and we might not be getting lower prices probably. But anything can just happen to the market. We just creating this to see how these prices are really going to be acting from this. Yeah, that is from me. Unless maybe there's a question before I close this down. That was just an update, a quick one. Okay, I see Tony Mairugu is here and Lane Murioki is here. Oh wow, that is the work of being a full-time trainer. It's not really easy. It's not really easy. It's not easy. You have to not chase the market. Sometimes the market is going to move, inanusia tu ile position yako ulikuwa umeweka, inainusia tu hivi kidogo, inainusia hivi, alafu inaendelea kwenda side nyingine. Okay, so always make sure that you have subscribed and turned on notification bell. So that is the most important part. I'll keep updating you on this. Okay. All right. I'm signing out, and I'll see you again later in case there's some changes as well. But that was good. That was incredible. I see people joined this very fast. You joined very fast because you noticed there's some changes that already happened on previous analysis. So if you are really working like together like that, you can actually learn a lot from this. Yeah, Musa is here, so there can be a lot of changes here. There are a lot of things that you can learn from that. So this is amazing. I'm signing out, and I'll see you again later. Let's see how things are going to unfold. Lower prices from this, we're going to buy, but because now gold has really showed us that I'm moving up, and I'm going to create new high, whether you like it or not.